everyone, today I'll be showing you how to make this matching cardigan and tube top set. I know this is more like a fall winter type of top, but you can use like lighter fabric, like a t-shirt fabric or whatever. So I still think you can use this during the summer. And during the video I'll basically just be showing you how to make the cardigan first, and then I'll be showing you how to make the tube top and the strings in the end. And it's really simple. The only issue I had making this top was, this is my tip to you, I strongly suggest you get like a really extra long or like extra large shirt to work with while making the strings. I realized I didn't have that much fabric left to work with, so the strings did end up a little bit wonky. I initially wanted to like fold it in twice and then fold it a third time like I did in the video with the lettuce hem top, but I didn't have enough material left, so that's why I only did 2 folds. But yeah, I also suggest you do like 3 folds where I explain it more in details in that video, so make sure to check that one out. This shirt is definitely not perfect. There was like a bunch of like mistakes here and there, but like from far away it looks super cute, so like no one will ever know unless they like come up really close. Oh yeah, one of my plants is dying, like actually dying. It's like all dehydrated and brittle, but I don't think it's just a lack of water. I think it has like a disease or something. And also my my palm tree, mini palm tree over there, it's like down to only 1 leaf. And I also had to find like a stick and like tie it because it was like flopping and it just looked really sad. So yeah, I don't know. I love how every video you can just see it's like a gradual process of like my plants slowly deteriorating. Yeah, but yeah, if ever you're interested in learning how to make this top, then please keep watching. Step 1, making the cardigan. You will need an extra long or extra large shirt. I made the mistake of choosing a shirt that was medium, and I thought it looked long, but it ended up being too short in the end. So yeah, make sure you choose a really long shirt. Then you're gonna want to measure how long you'd like your tube top to be and how long you'd like your cardigan to be. But unfortunately that didn't leave me enough space for my tube top, so I had to find a compromise. I decided to make my tube top 25 centimeters long with a 4 centimeter allowance to make the ribbon later, but I ended up not using that in the end because I made a mistake. Yeah, you'll see later. Oh, here's me struggling to do the perfect cut. But just for your reference, my shirt measured 62 centimeters in total, 37 centimeters for the cardigan and 25 for the tube. Now, make a mark in the middle of your shirt and draw a straight line down along the middle of your shirt. Then make another mark 11 centimeters away from your collar or however long you'd like it to be. And starting from that point, draw lines in order to create a V shape or triangle shape. Cut out the triangle, and that's what's going to create our V-neck look. Then cut down across the middle of your shirt on the line we drew earlier. And don't forget to cut the back of the collar as well. Then in order to do the hems, I decided to try out this trick I learned from with Wendy on YouTube, just because sewing on stretchy knit fabrics can be tough sometimes. But basically you're going to want to do a zigzag stitch over an elastic on the wrong side of your fabric. Then you're going to want to fold the fabric over the elastic in order to hide it and do a straight stitch over that the second time round. And I'm just cutting multiple pieces of elastic because it can be tricky around the sharp edges or round corners if you use just one single elastic. So yeah, make sure to cut multiple different pieces of elastic. I did struggle with this section though, so if it's too hard for you in the end, I think you can still get away with like a simple straight stitch hem. Anyways, here you can see I'm doing a zigzag stitch over the elastic. Make sure you're working on the wrong side of the fabric and to never back stitch or pull the elastic. And now I'm just doing it on the top part of the collar. Then I'm folding the fabric over the elastic. Make sure you fold enough to hide the elastic well and do a straight stitch over it, and don't forget to back stitch in the beginning and the end. I'm just lifting up my foot and replacing it, then doing the same thing down the middle of the shirt and just do another straight stitch. Then I tried to use glue, but oh my gosh, it's not working! What the hell? Ah, fuck! Okay, abort. This glue is so useless! Oh no! It's removing the color from the board! Yeah, that didn't work out, so I decided to just cut the bottom of my cardigan and use it for the ribbon later, just because the glue was impossible to take out. Instead of gluing, I just did the same method for the bottom hem and the back of the collar as well. But ironically, I ended up taking this out in the end because it made my cardigan look just too cropped. If ever you're not gonna hem, just be mindful that knit fabrics can fray really easily, so you should wash it by hand. Oh, and if ever you want to glue the hems, just make sure you're using fabric glue. Don't be dumb like me. Step 2, making the tube top. Wear the tube on and you can make it tighter with a bunch of elastics in the back, but measure how tight you'd like it to be on your upper bust and on your waist. Mine was 85 centimeters on top and 71 centimeters on the bottom. Then we're going to create a tailored effect. But first of all, you're going to want to cut it open on one side. Then we're going to cut 2 rectangles, the front piece and the back piece of our tube top. The top part of your rectangle should be your desired upper bust circumference divided by 2, and the bottom part should be your desired waist circumference divided by 2. And then we're just going to do zigzag stitches on each side with a slight slant to create a more tailored effect. Also, quick tip, you can actually use the original bottom hem of your t-shirt. Just make sure that they're both properly aligned when you place the 2 rectangles over each other. And I ended up not doing a hem for the bottom of my tube, but I strongly suggest you still do one to prevent fraying. Step 3, making the strings. Now, using scrap fabric for my ribbons, I had to use the end of my cardigan because I messed up, but I initially wanted to use the top of my tube. Cut 2 ribbons that measure 35 centimeters long and 2.5 centimeters wide, but I suggest you should use 4 centimeters wide if you can. The wider the better, because I had so little fabric to work with, so it was like way harder, and instead of doing 3 folds, I could only do 1 fold and then a second fold over it, and then do a straight stitch down along the middle, which looks less clean. I suggest you check out my lettuce hem top video where I show you how to make a cleaner ribbon look. But yeah, since I had so little fabric to work with, that's why it looked really wonky. But make sure to check out the lettuce hem video to see how you can make a cleaner looking ribbon. And make sure your ribbon is 4 centimeters instead of 2 centimeters wide. Then you're going to want to close one end with a couple of back and forward straight stitches. Do a straight stitch down along the middle of the string. And close the other side. Also, why is my fingers doing the heart sign? Anyways. And yeah, as you can see, it's a lot wonky actually. If you have holes, you can just pass it with the sewing machine again. But in order to attach it to our shirt, we're going to try to camouflage it. So just do a straight stitch along our pre-existing stitch that we made earlier, if that makes any sense. Just do a couple of back and forward straight stitches and make sure to iron your strings afterwards for a cleaner look. And voila! Looks pretty seamless. And finally, for the grand reveal, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my video and see you in my next one.